Dear students of honors final year of the Department of English, you are most welcome to my online class. In my previous class, I was discussing Pride and Prejudice, the novel written by Jane Austen, which belongs to your syllabus, that is 19th century novel. In that class, I told you about the novelist herself, the novel, the characters in the novel, main themes and some other points. But today, I will tell you about the story of the novel. I will narrate the novel and sometimes pass relevant comments. Now, the first sentence of the novel, you are well acquainted with the first sentence and very much important in the context of the theme of the novel. The first sentence of the novel goes like this: "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife." This sentence reflects the incidents or events of the novel. The sentence is surely the macrocosm of the novel. The story of the novel begins like this: Mr. and Mrs. Bennet are husband and wife. They live at Longbourn. They have 5 marriageable daughters, namely Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty and Lydia. Mrs. Bennet is a bit silly and shallow-minded woman, but she, as a loving mother, is very much concerned about her daughters, their marriage, and above all, their future. She is very much anxious about all these points. On the other hand, Mr. Bennet, that is her husband, is a sensible person having a good perspective. He seems to be disinterested about the things that usually upset his wife. He remains unmoved to see the concern of his wife about her 5 daughters. Mrs. Bennet is actually a loving mother, and that is why she was anxious about the marriage and the future of her daughters. Actually, these husband and wife, that is Mr. and Mrs. Bennet, are actually a mismatched pair. Now, as a matter of fact, the worried mother of 5 marriageable daughters, that is Mrs. Bennet, comes to know that Mr. Bingley, a bachelor of good fortune, has rented an estate at Netherfield Park. This time, Mrs. Bennet thinks that fortune smiles on her. So, she urges her husband to make a formal visit to the new neighbor, that is Mr. Bingley. Then one day, Mr. Bennet calls on Bingley, about which Mrs. Bennet does not know at all. While the mother and the daughters are discussing the prospective ball, the imminent ball or coming ball, and the manner which they will be introduced to Mr. Bingley, Mr. Bennet surprises them all by revealing his formal call to Netherfield Park. Now, hearing this, Mrs. Bennet is very much glad and eager to know about Bingley. Mrs. Bennet does not give, Mr. Bennet, that is her husband, does not give any satisfactory description about Bingley, but it is Lady Lucas. Lady Lucas, one of the Bennet family neighbor, Lady Lucas, who describes that Mr. Bingley is quite young, wonderfully handsome, and extremely agreeable. In a few days, Bingley pays a visit to Bennet's house because Mr. Bennet invited Mr. Bingley to pay a visit to their house. That is why Mr. Bingley one day pays a visit to Bennet's house, but he cannot meet any of the 5 girls, and he even cannot take part in the Bennet's dinner party because he has to leave for London the next day. So he was preoccupied beforehand. He has to go to London. That is why he is in a hurry and cannot attend the dinner party. Mr. Bingley returns from London. He returns from London with 2 sisters, one brother-in-law, 2 sisters, one brother-in-law, and a friend, namely Mr. Darcy, that is Fitzwilliam Darcy. On the occasion of their arrival, as all these guests comes to Netherfield Park, so on their occasion, Mr. Bingley arranges a ball at Netherfield Park, and it is a great success. Mr. Darcy draws the attention of the ladies at the ball. They attended the ball. The members of Bennet family were also there. So Mr. Darcy draws the attention of the ladies by his personality, handsome features, and above all his riches, his wealth. But soon after, he is discovered to be very proud. He was a rich man. Mr. Darcy is a rich man, handsome person, having a special personality, yet he is proved to be very proud. He even coldly refuses Elizabeth Bennet, saying that she is not handsome enough. That is, Elizabeth is not handsome enough to tempt him, to attract him. That is, Elizabeth Bennet is not very much attractive to Mr. Darcy. This is the pride of Darcy. This is the pride of Darcy. He feels proud of himself, his wealth, his family, status, and like this. That is his pride, which Elizabeth Bennet consumes in her heart, and that is the prejudice against Darcy. I told in my previous class that the title of the novel is Pride and Prejudice. In short, you can say Darcy's pride and Elizabeth Bennet's prejudice. So, Darcy is proved to be proud, and this is Elizabeth Bennet's prejudice against Darcy. Coming back home from Netherfield Park, Jane and Elizabeth begin to discuss the ball. They just come from ball, attending the ball, and after reaching home, Elizabeth and Jane, two sisters, begin to discuss the ball. Mr. Bingley and Darcy, their discussion comes to an end with a comparison of Bingley and Darcy. Bingley is easygoing, open, and agreeable. Between these two persons, they are discriminating. They are describing the personality of the two persons. So, they say Bingley is easygoing, open, and agreeable, while Darcy is clever but haughty, proud at the same time, reserved and fastidious. Then Mrs. Bennet and her daughters visit their neighbors, the Lucas family. I told you before that Lady Lucas describes Mr. Bingley to Mrs. Bennet. So, that Lucas family, Mrs. Bennet and her 5 daughters pay a visit to their neighbors, that is the Lucas family. The ladies discuss the ball, and much is made about Jane's triumph of winning the heart of Bingley. In the ball, Jane is able to draw the attention of Mr. Bingley, which is wanted, which is desired by her mother, Mrs. Bennet. So, this is the most important issue here, the triumph of winning the heart of Bingley. Charlotte makes a relevant point. She says Darcy has a right to be proud. That is, Charlotte tries to justify the pride of Darcy. So, she says Darcy has a right to be proud because of his family fortune, wealth, and even his good look. However, in course of time, the ladies of Longbourn and Netherfield Park begin to exchange frequent visit. Netherfield Park, you know, Longbourn is the living place of Bennet family, and Netherfield Park is the residence of Mr. Bingley. Mr. Bingley, some guests come to Netherfield Park from London, 2 sisters, 1 brother-in-law, and Bingley's friend Mr. Darcy. All these people are staying at Netherfield Park. So, the members of these two families began to exchange frequent visits. Jane Bennet becomes quite a favorite with Mrs. Hurst and Miss Bingley, that is, these two sisters of Mr. Bingley. In the meantime, to the utter surprise of the readers, Darcy is getting more and more interested in Elizabeth. Gradually, Mr. Darcy is being attracted towards Elizabeth Bennet, but Elizabeth is still unaware of Darcy's growing interest in her. Still, Elizabeth does not allow Mr. Darcy to make any proposal to her. That is, he was quite indifferent yet about Mr. Darcy. So, at a dinner party arranged by Sir William Lucas, Darcy offers to dance with her, but Elizabeth refuses the offer. Once Mr. Bingley told Mr. Darcy to dance with Elizabeth, and then Darcy felt proud and he did not allow Elizabeth to dance with him. But now Mr. Darcy is attracted towards Elizabeth Bennet, but Elizabeth now turns down his proposal. Then Mr. Bennet's property and estate earn him £2,000 a year. You know, pound, in England, pound was prevalent. Still today, pound is prevalent there. So, the yearly income of Bennet family is £2,000. The income, if you try to know the income of Mr. Bingley, Mr. Darcy, and here Mr. Bennet. The income of Mr. Bennet is £2,000 a year. Bingley's income is £4,000 or £5,000 a year, but above all, Mr. Darcy's income is £10,000 a year. So, Mr. Darcy is the richest person shown in the novel. This property and estate of Mr. Bennet will pass to a distant relation on his death. After his death, as he has no legal heir, his property and estate will pass to a distant relation, a male member of that family, because Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet do not have any male children. That is why their property will pass to a distant relation after his death, because he has no male heir. That is the reason. Meanwhile, a note arrives for Jane from Miss Bingley, that is the sister of Mr. Bingley. A note came from Miss Bingley asking Jane to dinner. She invited Jane Bennet to dinner, Mrs. Bennet gets very much happy to know about the invitation. Mrs. Bennet, that is the mother of Jane, becomes very much happy to hear the news that Jane is invited to take part in the dinner arranged at Netherfield Park. She became very happy to know the news of invitation, and she thinks that everything is happening as she anticipates, as she desires. Immediately, Jane is sent to Netherfield Park on horseback, because Netherfield Park is 3 miles away from Bennet's family, that is from Longbourn. So Jane was sent there to attend the dinner party riding on horseback, because it seems likely to rain. Jane may get wet, and in fear of that, she is sent on the horseback. But the following morning, a note arrives for Elizabeth from Jane, saying that she has a sore throat and a headache. Yet, Jane was sent back on the horseback, sent there to Netherfield Park on her horseback. Yet she, that is Jane cannot be saved from catching cold. So Jane has a sore throat, that is in Bangla gola betha, sore throat and a headache, and the Bingleys insist on her staying there. As Jane falls ill, Jane catches cold, so the Bingleys, that is Miss Bingley and other members of the family, insist on Jane's staying there. This is what Mrs. Bennet wishes to happen. Mrs. Bennet wants that Jane should stay there 1 or 2 days more at Netherfield Park, because this is an opportunity that may strengthen the tie, the attraction between Jane and Mr. Bingley. And things happen as Mrs. Bennet desires. After a couple of days stay at Netherfield Park, Jane and Elizabeth come back to Longbourn, though Mr. Bingley is unwilling to bid them farewell. Elizabeth Bennet also went to Netherfield Park to see her elder sisters Jane. That is why both the sisters come back to Longbourn after a couple of days, but Mr. Bingley was unwilling to bid them goodbye, because he wanted them to stay more days there at Netherfield Park. But Jane and Elizabeth have to come back to Longbourn. The next morning, Mr. Bennet informs his wife that his cousin, Mr. Collins, Bennet's cousin, Mr. Collins is coming to their home. Mr. Cumming, this is the man, Mr. Collins, who will inherit the Longbourn estate. Longbourn estate after Mr. Bennet's death. That is, Mr. Collins will be the heir to the property of Mr. Bennet. Mr. Collins is a clergyman. He is no doubt a rich man. Once he wanted to marry Elizabeth Bennet, but that is Elizabeth Bennet, turns down his proposal because she did not like Mr. Collins, a clergyman. She was not the man after her liking. That is why she turns down the proposal of Mr. Collins. And finally, Mr. Collins married Charlotte Lucas, that is Elizabeth's friend, Charlotte Lucas. She also, that is Charlotte Lucas also is greedy of money, greedy of riches. That is why she got married to Mr. Collins. In course of time, many things happened and lots of information about various characters are exchanged through letters. Then one day, George Wickham has eloped Lydia with him. Lydia, the youngest daughter of the Bennet family, she eloped with George Wickham. Wickham is a handsome but fortune hunting. He is a military officer. That is, George Wickham is a military officer but very much greedy and fortune hunting. On the other hand, Lydia is immature and impractical. That is why she falls into the trap of Wickham. That is why she falls into the trap of Wickham's mercenary view. That is, Mr. Wickham always hankers after wealth. He uses Lydia as a bait for financial gain. She becomes, that is, Lydia becomes a bait for financial gain. It is Mr. Darcy who paid the amount of money which Wickham had borrowed. Wickham is a borrower of money. He is in debt of a big amount of money. That is why Wickham was unwilling to marry Lydia. He eloped her, no doubt, but yet he did not marry her. But when Mr. Darcy paid his borrowed amount, then Wickham agreed to marry Lydia, and only then Wickham agreed to marry Lydia. But this time Elizabeth comes to know the graciousness of Mr. Darcy. Moreover, he also makes it possible for Mr. Bingley and Jane to be united. Getting all this information, Elizabeth Bennet is attracted towards Darcy, and his prejudice against Darcy is over. All these good qualities of Mr. Darcy are taken under consideration by Elizabeth, which helps to remove her prejudice against Darcy, and their marriage is materialized. Jane and Elizabeth are safely married Last of all, and Mr. Bingley buys a estate in Derbyshire. Mr. Bingley buys a estate in Derbyshire, and Jane and Elizabeth are within 30 miles from each other. 2 or 3 minutes more. Wickham and Lydia have financial problems, but Elizabeth manages to help them. Thus, 3 of the Bennet daughters have got married so far. The 2 daughters are left unmarried, that is Kitty and Mary. These 2 girls are left unmarried, but it is seen that Kitty pays frequent visit to Pemberley, that is where Darcy lived, and Mary remains at home. This is the picture of the novel. Thus, the novel Pride and Prejudice comes to a happy end. This is the end of the novel Pride and Prejudice. Dear students, no more today. We have finished reading the novel, and I want to tell you a message, because it is the last session, last class. Our class আছে পরবর্তীতে আছে না? However, dear students, stay home, be safe, and that is all for today. Goodbye. See you again when our online classes will resume, and our online classes will resume on Saturday, 8th August. Till then, thank you all. Right up,